Yeah, coach. I mean, let's start with the fact that you left a project was what was very close to your heart. I spoke to you at the playoffs in Potchefstroom,
Yes.
and then you said that you want to continue with the project. How difficult was it to leave there?
Oh, listen, you don't want to know how difficult it was for me to sit in the room with the chairman and the players of the team. You know, the players were in tears. You know, we really built something special there, and I knew it was a matter of time before we got it right and promoted the team. But like I said, it's been 3 years since I've been out of the NFD or PSL, and I didn't just see this as an opportunity to get back. Like I said earlier, what excited me about the project was, number one, the fact that Coach Jackie wanted me here. That meant the world to me. Number two, there are players at the club that I've coached before. You know, it's always a lot easier when you arrive at a club and there are players that know you, know the way you train, and can transfer that information to the rest of the group. You know, I've got the likes of Shane April, Vuisi Lewana, Major Butalezi, just to name a few, you know, and all these guys. So, and even the others like Chipazeze, these guys, I've known them from the years in the PSL, and we've always had good relationships. So, you know, I'm very excited. I think the players are excited. We've got 18 games ahead of us, and we've got 12 and a cup that we're starting on Friday, and we're just looking forward to every single game. You know, the players are excited with the fact that they're enjoying their football. You know, and for me, I want to sleep nicely at night, win, lose or draw, knowing that my team is playing a brand of football that makes me proud and the supporters proud. And that is what we're working hard towards bringing to the team, you know. And that's what that's the culture we're trying to create now, is to have the ball more than the opponent and try and create and score more goals than the opponent. And happy that the players have bought into that. And you know, they say the proof of the pudding is in the tasting. We'll be tasting on Friday.
And in the 5-6 weeks that you have been here, what have you observed in terms of the energy level and the capability of the squad that we have?
Well, what we've worked on as well is, you know, I was at the All-Stars game 5 or 6 weeks back, and you know, we've also worked on the conditioning aspect of the team. We felt that it needed a little bit of work, you know. So in the last 4 weeks in particular, more specifically the last 3 weeks, we've really pushed the boys in terms of their conditioning, their endurance. We feel that's improved. And then I think playing Sundowns the other day was such a good test for us, and the boys gave such a good account of themselves. They made us proud, you know, the way they played, the energy they had, the power they had, and it's something that we must just build on moving forward.
And coach, I said there that the players that were training, I think, including Pepra, you worked with him at Summerfield, I think, the midfielder from Ghana.
Oh yes,
can you just clarify those in terms of the stance of those players?
Yeah, well, we've got, like we said earlier, the likes of Kampala, the likes of Samuel Dapo, you know, Boykum Somi, you know him, the big striker. He played for Wits as well. These are players that have been on assessment at the club, and you know, we've been happy with the contribution they've brought. We're just hoping now that you know, between themselves and management, they can cross the T's, dot the I's, and make sure that you know, we get them on board. You know, negotiations hopefully go smoothly, and we'll have those players on board shortly.
And the realistic chances of this project to gain promotion at the end of the season, coach?
You know, I'm forever the optimist. You know, as much as I'm a realist, I'm always an optimist, and I know we're sitting 10th. I know we're 10 points off the top. I know a lot of things. But what I also know in football is that a good run can catapult you into a strong position, and that is what I'm drawing positivity from, knowing that at some point we must have a good run, and doing so is going to push us up the table, and that's where we're looking. We're looking with 18 games, you know, and I said it earlier, Coach Jackie got 16 points in 12 games, you know, without any real assistance in the technical team, without the likes of the new signings we hopefully get. So he's done a magnificent job to put 16 points on the board. Some people, like I said, may think, hey, it's not enough. You know, some might say, hey, for a promoted team it is, and I agree. I think it's a good start, a good foundation laid for us to push up. push on from.
Just lastly, Coach, are you pleased that I'm talking about the DStv Premiership now? The top 5-6 teams, it's only local coaches. I'm sure it's something that pleases you as also a local coach.
Yeah, firstly, I never get into the debate of local and foreign. I believe if you're good enough, no matter what color you are, what country you're from, you should be given the opportunity, So it's good to see young coaches. It was me in 2009-10 at Celtics. I was that young coach given a chance at 36, 37. So it's nice to see the Rulani Makwenas and Kanu at Golden Arrows. These young coaches getting an opportunity, Atazwani. It's great to see them, Hopefully they embrace the challenge. They all do well, because I was in that position one time, and I know what it's like. The expectations are high, the pressure is high, but I think just a few names that I've mentioned, they've accounted very well for themselves thus far.